Life has begun in the championship better than expected. Cowdenbeath flying high. Who would have thought it? Join me as we go beyond Blue Brazil. Welcome in. Genuinely not sure what to make of our start to the season. We've had better than expected results, but we've not been overly convincing in games. We've taken some chances and held out in what were some pretty chaotic games in terms of possession, shots against us. We'll cover that just now. So the first game up, we actually did deserve to beat Raith. I felt we played quite well. Laurent Tolage came on and scored a goal. We will get to him in a second. I've signed a couple more players. He's popped up with the odd goal or two. A nice little target forward off the bench that's proven quite useful. We then drew with Ross County in quite a tepid game. Would have liked to have maybe done a bit more, but they probably will feel worse for that result than us, so we'll take it. St Mirren in the cup, I decided not to bring you that, and to be honest, the game was over within 55 minutes. Sam Cosgrove is playing for St Mirren now, and he got a headed goal just before half-time from a set-piece. Greg Kilty added to that after the half. Laurent Tolage came on and did score us a goal, but we just didn't look... We don't look ready for St Mirren, which is a sad state of affairs, but they are an SPFL team, so I can't really complain too much. Better than losing 4-0, but yeah, we were pretty much under the cosh from the get-go. Falkirk game, quite interesting. They got a goal late, but they were on top of us for large periods of that game. Another one of our signings, so we'll get to in a minute. Eastham did really well in goal in that game. Semple with a header, and then Jakubiak with a tap in near post. And I think this is the tap in near post. Can't remember how Alex scored there, but Alex Jakubiak put the team on his back against Kilmarnock, scored an absolute brilliant goal on the 18th minute from distance from the edge of the area, and then tapped one in at the near post when it was crossed low to him. That should have been it, but again, we conceded in the 75th minute kind of late on, but held out for a 2-1 victory against Kilmarnock. So things are going quite well, especially at home. Our home form is better than our away form, obviously. And we go into the next game at home against Raith, who we've already beaten this season, but this is the key one. This is the SPFL Trust Trophy. This is the Tunnocks. We want to beat Raith. They're the only team that has put us out of this competition over the Airdrie to date. Laurent Tolage comes in as a target forward, good player, young, just adds something off the bench, 22 years old, pretty physical guy, but a key thing is he's got really good pace and he can finish and he's relatively composed. That's what we've seen from him so far. Good option off the bench. Maybe could find himself an actual starter soon, depending on how things go with some of our players. We did get a goalie in. Is he a massive upgrade on Dennis? No, I wouldn't say so. Young player. He can kick the ball, but aside from that, they're very similar. He's had a good start to the season though, so we're going to let him continue it in place of Dennis until we can find someone better. Newly brought in Lee Ashcroft, 30 years old, doesn't have acceleration, but man, is he a unit. Only 6 foot tall, but good jumping reach, good heading, just a good centre-back option. I wanted to bring him in because we're basically playing with 2 loanies this season, and that doesn't sit right with me. So he probably comes in for Gilchrist. So Semple alongside Ashcroft would be my preferred centre-back pairing going forward, but we will see how that plays out. I think where we're at, we're probably going to call it there for spending money this transfer window. Not happy with our goalkeepers, but everywhere else I'm relatively happy with the size of the squad and the quality we have, at least to stay up. I mean, as I said, we've started off really well and we're actually second in the joint top, which seems crazy, but sometimes the league can get like this. If you have a look, we could end up 7th within like the course of 2 games. This league is going to be really tight. I think this is a false position. I think we've rode our luck already, so we'll see how the rest of the games go. Not bad. Manager of the month. First month in the championship. I'll take it. Now we're in the championship. There's nobody in a higher division than us in the Tonics, the SPFL Trust Trophy. I want to win it this year. A big part of that is we have to get past Raith. So our favourites going into this Raith game because we have the home field advantage. A couple of players on international duty, which doesn't make this any easier. So starting lineup is this: Eastham in goal. Reddin will come in at left wing back. Semple and Ashcroft as centre back pairing. Jeff King as the right wing back. Chalmers who plays the DLP defend role. Might move him to support if we need him spraying the ball around the pitch a bit more. McKay's the defensive midfielder. Hassan Fowler as the box-to-box midfielder. Butterfield comes back in centre midfield attack. Luca, sadly on international duty. Alex Jakubiak and Gary Oliver continue up top as a pair. So we got Tolaj on the bench. Patton, Gilchrist, McKinnon, Earthy. We got a decent bench and stuff. I just feel like even though we beat them earlier this season and we're favourites here, I will go in balance, but I'm very nervous. I'm very nervous about this game because I really do want to win this cup at some point, and no better time than this season. I would take, right now, 1-0. That's what has to be again. Oh no. Multi Spencer. As long as we deal with this first one, that's not a pen. No. I don't see it, didn't happen. I can't believe that. Oh boy. I can't believe that happened. Yikes. That is some penalty miss. Wow. Has anyone seen a penalty miss that bad? Early on, we're going to encourage the team. On whips in Musonda with a header. Skims the net. Do we maybe higher? Yeah, let's up the intensity, just see if we can unsettle Raith a little bit here. Chalmers on the corner, whips it. Semple, that is a very good header by Kyle Semple. He's continued to do this in League 2, League 1, and now the Championship. He is our go-to guy on set pieces, and that is the reason why he is very good in the air. He's a monstrous man. Now, as you can see, marking the keeper did a lot to help us there. Distracted the keeper, got in front of him, ball went through his hands. Lovely. Good hands by Eastham. I would have hated that free header at the back to be an equaliser there. He launches it. Oliver takes it down. Wow. Plays it back to McKay. Butterfield tries to play it up the wing for King. We go back to the goalie Thompson there. Launching it out. Now we can take our time. I'm calling him Reddin. Maybe his name's Reedon. I'm going to stick with Reddin. McKay finds Butterfield. Oliver now plays in Alex. Back to Oliver. Back to Alex. That's beautiful. It's pulled wide. If we can do little passes like that, if we could just finish them, we would look a much better team. But that is what the kind of link up you do get with this Brazilian box. Now that's nothing new, the advance forward and the deep line forward, but I do think moving the ball through midfield like that really does happen a lot with this system. It's lovely. Tell them I've got faith. Right, Butterfield's going to come off. We're going to take on Cole McKinnon. Now, Cole McKinnon can play also right back, but he does have long shots, which makes me want to use him as a centre midfield attack. Just haven't seen it from him yet. Ashcroft launches it forward. They easily deal with it at the back. I was kind of hoping Masonda was going to try and defend that and head that back, to be honest. Ashcroft, big towering header. He's only 6 foot, but he's got the strength and the head and ability to win a lot of those long balls, which is good. I rate him more than Gilchrist. Oliver holds it up, finds Butterfield. Butterfield back to Alex. Takes the shot. It's almost, it's not a carbon copy, but exactly where he puts it again. If Alex could just start shooting across goal, we got a much better chance of getting a second. I think we're gonna have to make a change here. I'm gonna take on Patton, and then we're gonna have to take off. We have to move Cole McKinnon to right wing back. Hopefully we can deal with this first and make the change now. Patton for McKinnon. Oh, we've pumped it forward. They managed to deal with that. They hook it clear. Coulson picks it up. This is end-to-end stuff. Now just hold them up. I'd like to get our substitutions made if possible. They've launched it forward. Stretton cuts it back. Vaughan. Oh, it's painful. We could have done with just a block or a tackle or anything there to stop this. It's put forward to Stretton. He does well, pulls it back, but Vaughan's got way too much time. Look how many defenders we've got in the box just standing about. Keeper is unsighted by it. Far corner. It's horrible. Make a couple of changes. What a save by Easton. Wow. Good go positive last couple of minutes. Penalties. It had to be pens. Oh, it had to be pens. Now, as we've improved the team, we do actually have some better penalty takers, but we'll see. This went really bad during the Premier Sports Cup, didn't it? So, wait. Was it against Raith? I feel like it might have been. Relax, pick a spot, don't change your mind. Gary Oliver steps up first for Cowdenbeath, the Blue Brazil. It's a beautifully taken penalty. I've just remembered they missed a pen during this game, so I'm kind of hoping we see the exact same thing from one of their players. It was mental. Stretton puts it straight down the middle and we don't save it. That's the worst. That is the worst feeling. Now, Alex Jakubiak, he actually missed during the Premier Sports Cup, and it was frame of the goal type stuff. Let's see what you can do here. Oh, my heart. Oh, that's horrible. One of our best players cannot score penalties. The game tells me he's good at pens. He keeps hitting the post. Ethan Ross off the inside of the post. I mean, this is a joke. That's not okay. Come on. Penalties is the worst way to go out. Oh my god. It's not even going to be close. We have to be what like I said, right? Our form, I think, is like a false dawn. I don't think we're going to be able to keep up this sort of momentum, but for it to be stopped in the early rounds of this cup by Raith once again on penalties is so painful. We're in do or die situation here, and I think we almost choose the second option. I can't see him scoring this. The pressure's on him. It's very good, very good. It was pretty close to the goalkeeper, but it went in, so it's very good. So unless Easton wants to step up and become an absolute hero, this one will win it for Raith. McGinley now taking his time. The sick thing is that should have been saved. That's the worst thing of all. That absolutely should have been saved. And just like that, we're out. We're out with the cup that I wanted to win this season. I don't get what is going on between us and Raith in the cup. we just cannot beat them. We've played them in the league, in the Cinch championship, and we beat them 1-0. And every time we meet them in the cup, they send us packing. Some horrendous penalties from us there. We're going to quickly move on to the next game against Dunfermline, try and pick up some form. Against Dunfermline, we line up Eastham in goal. Kirkes is back to play left wing back. We move McKinnon back into wing back on the right as well. Semple and Ashcroft as our centre back pairing. Chalmers and Jacobs as the defensive midfielders. Hethenthaler and Luca will be our central midfield attackers. And Jakubiak and Oliver up top. Now, what we would like is some goals, but we are going to go cautious against Dunfermline. We're away from home. We've got to weather the storm that might be coming our way from Dunfermline here. Like I say, a lot of these games we've sort of like won on the counter, so maybe we settle into that kind of early. Let's see how we do against Dunfermline, shall we? Looks like they're playing a 5-3-2. O'Hara and McManus up top. If we can keep them quiet, be pretty happy. Semple now having to take a... Whoa, what is that? Massive risk taking at the back of our... Like, why are we trying to play like a 10-yard pass from that position, from our own free kick? That was crazy. The striker was so close to nipping in and taking the ball. I don't like that from Semple. I don't know what his decision making behind that was. And now we find ourselves under the cosh. Ramsey now whips this in, missed header, and it's headed in. It's so easy. Again, it would be nice if it wasn't so evident when you were going to concede. Why it always has to start with like a misplaced pass that on surface seems innocuous, but it happens all the time, so you know it's coming. We knew they were going to come in there. And it's a missed header by Semple. Semple's having an absolute nightmare of the game. The two things we've seen so far are both mistakes by him. Good header away. Oliver picks it up. Gonna have to do a lot here. Does find Alex, who finds Kirkes. Kirkes holds it up. Back to Chalmers. Hethenthaler. Kirkes. What a ball. Luke is in. He's hit the post. Oh, he's hit the post. We've got to be scoring chances like that. We've got to be taking them. Centre midfield attack, striker, whoever that is. If it's the box-to-box midfielder, if he's in that position, he has to hit the target. And he hits the post. And they manage to deal with it. Very poor. Come on. Jake Dinan just turns and shoots from so far out. It doesn't even feel like we left a lot of space. Not really. I'm concerned about our goalkeeper. I don't think our goalkeepers are good enough. Semple hits the bar. Could be one of those days. Up the other end. They whip it in. Keeper comes, doesn't collect. Kirkes heads it back. Cole McKinnon now can pick it up. Runs straight into trouble. I mean, what are they thinking? Individually, the players are making mistakes all over the shop. Is it... Oh, my lord. They square it. We're getting absolutely smashed here. Oh, it's worrying. Am I rotating the team too much? I didn't feel like I was rotating that much. I'm just trying to play the best team we've got at any one time. We're going to try and pass the ball in space. And that's mainly for the advanced forward. Get him in the game. He has not seen the ball. That's horrendous. Why would Semple dribble out wide just to pump it forward up the middle? In hell. No idea what's going on midfield there, or why Semple drives out to try and make a tie. How he's on a 6.6 when almost every goal has come from him, I have no idea. Look at this. What is he thinking? Holy just try anything different, boys. Anything different is bound to be better than what we've just delivered. I'm not even sure Dunfermline are one of the better teams in this division. Like, we've played them before in League One, so I'm not sure. Jakubiak grabs a consolation goal here in the 60th minute. I mean, admittedly, our keeper's having an absolute stinker, which we know our keeper is our weakest spot in this team. We just cannot get anyone better. No one better is out there who's willing to join us, which is a massive problem. Our club rep has really hampered us in that respect. I mean, hell, I don't even think there's anybody out there. Even it's not like there's a bunch of free transfers we can see that are just sitting there. Like goalkeepers anyway. Look, I play it through. Alex Jakubiak's in again. This time he hits it straight at the goalie and he's offside. Disappointed. Hastenthaler, to be honest, hasn't really wowed me with his performances so far. I actually do like Kirkez. I think he's okay. Oh God. Ashcroft with a missed header. That's bad. Someone said to me the other day, like, oh, attributes don't matter in FM. Like, what am I meant to look at? Attributes don't matter. Come on. They don't matter. Someone needs to tell me, because I don't want to continue wasting my time playing this. The only way I can judge without watching the game minute by minute what a player's doing. Or should do. Oh, we've gotten absolutely mowed down here. Massive disappointment losing on pens, but that is absolutely stinking. Have we plummeted? So we're down to 4th. Now Dunfermline are up there, so it's maybe just maybe they are one of the stronger teams, but that felt horrible. Felt like we got absolutely turned over. Join me next time when I will hopefully come back and maybe we'll know what kind of team we are this year. Right now, I don't know if we're going to be at the business end, mid-table, or could we still be in with a relegation dogfight, because we are conceding a lot of goals. We've got 2 clean sheets this season. That's unlike us. 4 clean sheets this season. Raith have beat me twice on pens. We don't like Raith. So we'll return. I think we might return in November. We'll return in November and see where we're at. And maybe I need to tweak the Brazilian box a little bit, but I think maybe just getting the team more, assimilated, get them to know how to play it a bit more, will be fine. All we want is mid-table this season. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do hit it, and join me next time when we go once again beyond Blue Brazil.